All right. Thanks for joining us, Coach. We'll start with Daniel Oyefusi from the Baltimore Sun.
Hey, Mark, hope you're doing well. After last game, you spoke a lot about, you kind of alluded to the team really not being there mentally. After reviewing the film, what stood out to you and what did you really focus on in practice?
Well, we move forward. We watch the film, obviously, as coaches, but we move forward. We've been really good for a while, and we weren't very good in that game. We had some guys that weren't into the game, weren't listening, just weren't into it. So we'll move on. Guys have been great. We've had great practices, and we just got to play better, But you got to give Northwestern credit too. They made a lot of shots. They deserve to win, but we didn't play our best game. We got to play better tomorrow night.
We'll go to Lila Bromberg from Testudo Times.
And do you want to have Emily go first? They're like playing something at Xfinity Center right now. It's really loud, or I can just ask. Can you hear me, Coach?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. With senior day coming up, when, you look at Reese and Daryl, just what has stood out to you most about each of their, transformations over the 4 years?
Yeah, it's funny. I kind of knew what I was getting with both of them. A couple tough guys, guys that are hard workers, program guys, and they've even been better than I thought. Daryl's been terrific with his leadership. Reese is he's brought it every day. I mean, the kid just literally brings it every day, gives it 100 and whatever %. And, just whether he was playing or not playing, it didn't matter. He just gave us everything that he had for 4 years. So we've won a lot of games. We've been a good program. So happy for them, and happy for them that we, being their senior year, that we figured it out and got better. But those two they've been incredible. And, just the way they approach the game, approach life, they're both in grad school, both graduated in 3 years. It's pretty cool stuff, guys.
We'll go to Emily Giambavo from the Washington Post.
Hey, Mark. On a big picture level, I was just gonna ask about Dante Scott, and like, what do you feel like his mentality brings to the team to have a guy like that?
Well, he's so important to us. I mean, he didn't come here to play center, but he's been starting at center a lot of games, and he's hadn't said boo. He just does it. He fights and gives up a lot of height and weight, and so his toughness is really big for us. As you can tell, he's really important to us. When he plays well, we're usually pretty good. And he can play well in a variety of ways. He can be great defensively. He can be great at rebounding, which he was against Michigan State. He can be great at shooting it and scoring it, but he can also be good at passing it. So, but when he's doing all those things, we're really good. And so, he's had a terrific year. I really didn't think he would make this kind of jump that he's made. He's made a tremendous jump from his freshman year to his sophomore year. And he's so important to us. I ask him to do so many things that he shouldn't be asked to do at his size, but he's been able to do it for us. So, and it wears on him. It's hard. Physically it's hard, and mentally it's hard, but he's had a tremendous year. So he's extremely important, obviously. And I always try to figure out a way to keep him fresh physically and mentally heading into games. I don't always do it, but that's something I learned with him early in the season I need to do.
How much has him being able to play the 5 and therefore being able to have those small lineups helped you guys as you kind of tried to figure out how to play with this roster?
Yeah, I mean, we always felt like that lineup was our best lineup, but we weren't starting it. We were finishing with it, and we were doing some things with it. And then we went through, hamstring with Eric. Daryl's had a couple injuries, so changed the lineup a little bit. But we've always felt like that was the best lineup. Now, and everybody accepted it. So everybody's playing a little bit out of position. Akeem Hart, who came here to be a wing, is all of a sudden playing the point guard. So everybody had to sacrifice, and this team's sacrificed all year. I mean, just to, hopefully we play tomorrow night. I don't want to jinx this, but to get to 27 games and do what this team's done says a lot about them and what they're about and the way they approach not only basketball, but the way they approach life. So but no, Dante being able to play that 5 spot's been huge for us. And he's physical and strong enough to do it and smart enough to do it. It makes us harder to guard, and we can fly around a little bit on the defensive end, which the guys enjoy doing.
We'll go to Andy Koska from the Washington Times.
Hey, Mark, how do you make senior day special when it is going to be so different than usual?
Yeah, I don't know. It is different. We're lucky tomorrow. Parents get to come. So all the parents will be here. That'll be great for the guys. They can't come on the floor with us. So, we'll do the video, we'll announce them. It's really about the game. I know Sean's done a great job of getting videos out. It's all about social media and all that stuff. We're doing a great job with that, getting that out just to honor our seniors that way. I know the Big Ten Network's been showing all the pregame ceremonies on their network, so the fans can watch it there, which would be good. And then I have some ideas for down the road, but not tomorrow. And really, tomorrow's about winning the game. And that's what our seniors want. They want to remember a win, So it's about winning the game. Then we'll do other stuff down the road. But at least we'll have parents in the building, which is great. It's great for the parents and also great for the kids.
Back to Reese Mona for 1 second. I mean, just to see him from, a walk-on his first year to now kind of holding down the 8th man in the rotation. I mean, just that development, you said he's kind of gone above and beyond. I mean, could you have expected him to play this role at this point so critically in the season where you kind of needed a guy to fill that spot?
I'm not surprised. We all have tremendous confidence in Reese. Our guys have unbelievable respect for Reese, and the coaches do too. So, and he's not perfect, but he's very rarely out of position. And then offensively, since we've changed some things offensively, he's really good. His high school team played that way, so he's really good at it, and he's got a great feel. So the way we're playing now kind of fits him to help us be more successful. So, but we're better when I play him 8 or 9 minutes instead of 4 minutes. And I just got to figure out how I keep doing that. 8 to 10 minutes a game helps everybody rest. And, he played 4 minutes in the first half against Northwestern. Our defense was terrific when he was in there. So, and he had a big assist to Wiggins in the corner. So am I surprised? No. I knew he was going to, he could have played a lot of places coming out of high school, but he wanted to get a degree from Maryland. That was important to him. So, we got lucky that he became a part of our program.
And for our final one, we'll go to Henry Malone from Testudo Times.
Hey, Coach. Just to stick with the senior stuff and talking about Daryl, how much do you think you've really seen him improve offensively, not just from, last season to this season, but kind of over his 4 years in total?
Yeah, he's improved a lot. He wasn't a great decision maker when he got here. And right at the end of his sophomore year, he flipped it, and he's just gotten better and better. And with his decision making and his passing, and gotten stronger. So he scores around the basket. He's just gotten a lot better. His understanding, his screening, his moving. Keep talking about his leadership, but he's really, really improved. Unfortunately for him this year, he's had a couple injuries that I think is really kind of taken away from where he was going when he came back this summer. I was like, whoo, he was really at a high level. Then, he had a shoulder injury early, then broke the bone in his face, and then the shoulder again. It's kind of limited him, but he's been great. He was great at Northwestern. I thought hit a big 3 for us. His offense, I think he had 13 points, and he's been good, and he's worked at it. He's been patient with it. And the thing I love about it is very rarely now does he take a bad shot. He's always trying to do what's best for the team. And sometimes seniors don't do that. They try to do a little bit more than they're supposed to do. And he's hung in there and done exactly what he needs to do to help us be successful.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys. See you tomorrow.